So you want to be an entrepreneur, but you're not sure how much it'll cost, you're not sure where to spend your money, and you have a million different people telling you things that you absolutely must buy, and a million other people telling you things that you definitely don't need to buy now. Which of these people are telling you the truth? What do you actually need to start a successful business? And what things should you save to invest in until your business is actually up and running and turning a profit? I am going to tell you in this video. So first, let's start with the things that you should not waste your money on. If you are a solopreneur, meaning that you are building a business with just basically yourself, try as much as possible to not waste money on other people's salaries. You need to be focusing on building your business and paying yourself first. And if your business isn't generating enough revenue to support your employees, it's better to just start small and do what you can with what you have by risk going bankrupt and hiring too many people too soon that you can't actually support. A second thing that you should not waste your money on is your inventory. Don't buy your inventory until you've determined what products or what services you're actually going to offer, how much demand there is for these things, and how to actually store your inventory as well. Buying inventory can cost you money not just by buying the items up front, but by needing a place to keep them and paying storage for that. So think about your inventory well in advance before you order it. Another thing that I see people spending money on that's not necessary when you're first getting started is your website design. And in fact, these days you can actually start businesses without having a website at all, let alone needing one right up front. So I would instead focus on the value that you are adding. Don't focus on the front of your business. Worry about what you're actually doing inside of your business, the value that you're actually providing for your customers or clients. Because with a website, while that might make it look professional, if you can't deliver on the things that your website is explaining, you actually need to be working on your marketing, on the words that you are using to reach your target audience before you work on how to reach them, how to engage them with your website. Number 4 is advertising. I can't tell you how many people spend money on things like their logo or their colors and their branding when they don't understand that a brand is actually much more than just the logo that you see and the colors, the font that you see for a business. And it's more important that you have this figured out in terms of your person than your business when you are first getting started. So in other words, if you aren't very clear on what your mission statement is, if you are not clear on who your target market is, if you are not clear on the problem that you are solving for your market, your brand is built on nothing other than a good-looking facade. It needs more than just a nice looking logo and fonts and colors in order to be successful. Along with advertising, I want to include things that are not necessary in terms of marketing materials. So see a lot of people still trying to order business cards or print brochures. And while these things are nice to have, they aren't a need, they aren't a necessity for your business to get started. I tell my clients all of the time to skip that and to create digital business cards through QR codes instead. Because number one, not only are these widely distributable, but they're also forever updatable as well. So in other words, if you do add a website, you can easily update your flow code to send people to your website, or if you change your phone number or anything that changes with your business, you can change it forever through that one code, through the one QR code, to people who have it in the past, in the present, and in the future as well. And the final thing that I'm going to list in terms of things that you do not need to be spending your money on as a brand new entrepreneur is fancy equipment or office supplies or even office space. If this does not go to your overall brand, so in other words, if you're not a dentist or a chiropractor or something that would actually need a physical office and location, the time and money you're spending and investing in getting a storefront together can actually set you back, because you don't even know if that service or your products are not only needed and sustainable, but if the rent and the money that you spend investing in a storefront or your office equipment or your podcast equipment or whatever the case may be, if you're actually even going to get a return on that money. So I've talked about this in terms of starting a YouTube channel before. I ran my channel. My channel was monetized. My first channel was monetized for well over 2 years before I even invested in something that wasn't my cell phone. You don't have to wait that long. You can do it the moment you do make money from YouTube if you want to invest back into your business that way. But the equipment isn't going to make or break your business. It's how well you can deliver the service or the products that you are selling. And obviously, if there is equipment that you need, like for me, when I started coaching, I needed to have a reliable computer. So of course, I don't skimp on those things, but I also don't go over the top. I don't recommend that you do either in investing in things that you don't actually know will bring you a return. Good equipment will not make you a good podcaster. Equipment will not make you a more valuable YouTube. It's about the information that you are bringing to these platforms, and it would be better for you to invest your money in upping your skill and the way that you provide that skill rather than the medium through which you deliver it. And speaking of that, I want to tell you now 5 things that you should be spending your money on. And the first of those is definitely you and your skill set. Get better at whatever it is that you do. If you're a coach, invest in a coach for yourself. Invest in a program that is going to train you to be a better coach. You want to invest in the thing that is going to make you money, which is your skill. You stand out from your competition by having things that your competition does not have, by your willingness to do things that your competition will not do, and to be able to do it quicker or cheaper or to help more of those target audience that you are going after. So it's very important that you know your skill and that you do become an expert in the field that you are entering into. You want people to think about you when they hear whatever word is associated with your market or your industry. That being said, the second thing you do want to spend your money on is a solid business plan. You need to know why or what you are going to be doing with all of the skills that you just acquired from investing into yourself. How does that look moving forward in terms of turning that into a profitable business? Remember, the difference between a business and a hobby is that a business should pay you like a business. A hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby, and nobody makes money off of their hobby. So you want to know how exactly you are turning your skill set into something that is not only monetizable, but is predictable, right? You want consistency in your income, and a business plan will help you get that. Third thing you should spend not only your money but your time into is finding yourself a good accountant or bookkeeper, as well as an attorney. You want to have contracts. I cannot overstate this enough. In your business, you need to have a good, solid business attorney who can draft contracts, who can draft agreements between you and your employees, between you and your clients or your customers. And if you don't do this, your business can really suffer. So again, you want to invest in the things that are going to have a longevity effect for your business. Your skill set is one of those things. Not going to court, or if you do have to go to court, knowing that you are going to win because you invested the $500 up front in getting a contract drafted by a professional is going to save you so much time and money than having to go through the whole litigation process if you do end up in court. And second of all, it's a lot easier to get your books in order in terms of your taxes up front rather than trying to do it at the end. So investing in a good bookkeeper and a great CPA is something that you really need to do as soon as you decide to start a business. The fourth thing that you should be spending your money on, as well as your time, is investing in some sort of professional organization. What you want to do is to surround yourself with as many opportunities to connect with other entrepreneurs as possible. Why? Well, this is going to have multiple effects, and in some of my previous videos, I've already mentioned the fact that getting around people who think like you, who have visions like you, who have faced similar struggles to you as an entrepreneur is going to be so vital for the success of your company, but also for your own mental health, your own emotional health, and your own stability as you go through this process. So you really want to get around people like that just for the community that it will bring to you. But second of all, you also want to learn how to network well. And you get better at doing that by doing it, right? You get better at something by practicing, and then perfect practice will make perfect. So what you want to do is to invest in the things that are actually going to make you the best marketer for your business as possible. So invest in business or professional organizations that can add value to you in terms of marketing, in terms of networking, and ultimately in terms of learning how to develop your business, because again, other entrepreneurs may have done something ahead of you and can give you advice that would save you thousands of dollars and hours in guessing and trying to figure it out on your own. And the fifth and final thing that of course you should spend your money on as a brand new entrepreneur are any licensing fees. If you need some sort of a license or approval in order to be doing your business, again, please do not skip this step. You need that. You want to be investing in your business in the things that will have a longevity effect. Once again, and by not obtaining certain permits or licenses that you need in order to operate, you can actually be setting your business back months, if not years, because again, trying to clean up a mess that's already been made takes a lot longer than just doing it right the first time. So make sure you have invested and you have really researched what permits you need. You have double checked every single thing that your county and your state is requiring of you, that your licenses are up to date, your inspections are up to date, and anything else that you would need to be operating your business are done correctly. You don't want to be thinking about that and having that looming over your head. I hope this video has helped everybody out there who is trying to become an entrepreneur or thinking about becoming an entrepreneur understand where you need to be investing right now and where you should be investing later on once your business is already up and running and turning a profit. And if you were a coach like me and you want to get started with coaching, I want you to check out this video next, which tells you specifically what type of systems you need to have in place in order to not only start your coaching business, but ultimately scale it.